Could have been one of the #1 overall picks in the KPO, but he decides to go to LA, decides to be a Dodger because that was the ultimate goal. Sees guys talking with Yamamoto, Ohtani, those just sees the influence of that has been special for him, and he looks to make a promising debut. Against this Grizzlies lineup, let's look at them, brought to you by Morongo. Leading off, it's Rolly Brito. Batting second is Derek Bernard, and batting third, Wilder DeLeese. In the cleanup spot, Tanner Tatch. He's been a nightmare for Ontario, batting .600 these last two games. Jack O'Dowd at the 5-hole, 6, 7, 8. Kyle Fossum, Jeremy Siriaco, Luis Mendez, and Jesus Freitas. And then the starting pitcher, JB Middleton. Jang out of the windup. Off we go here in game number 3. He fires home, and Brito offers at that first pitch and fouls it back.
I mean, how about that first pitch, that piping fastball, but then Brito in the batter's box, he's the #4 prospect for the Rockies, already showing an aggressive, show of approach at the plate.
Brito 1 for 4 in yesterday's game. Fly ball to left field. Drifting Ko back. And Ching Sheng Ko, one of the other new Dodgers, makes the catch for out #1.
Right fielder number 2, Derek Bernard.
So now it's Derek Bernard with one away. And one of these things that these pitchers have tried to navigate around is the plethora of lefties in this Grizzly lineup. There's some out now, but there were 8 out of 9 guys in that lineup yesterday that were lefties. Soft ground ball over to Martinez. Quick out #2 for Jang.
Can't ask for much more if you're Jang on the mound. 3 pitches, 2 outs. And, I mean, it shows the Grizzlies are continuing to be aggressive and find a pitch to swing at early in counts. So far, Jang's got the upper hand.
So it's Wilder DeLeese. Hitless in yesterday's match. First pitch from Jang. Change up right and away, and it's ball 1. I think one of the issues some of these Grizzly hitters will have is timing up that slow, rhythmic windup from Jang.
Yeah, very classic type of motion we've seen from Korean, Japanese players alike.
Fastball splits the plate for strike 1.
And it's kind of a thing of patience, too, as a hitter, because, again, that fastball's really coming in hot, so the combination of that with kind of that slow, motion kind of messes with your timing a bit.
DeLeese in this series is still trying to pick up his first hit. He's 0 for 7. Here's the 1-1. Curveball missing low and in.
First curveball of the day for Jang on the mound, and it's a big 12-6 curveball. Bit of an overhand motion, and this time he just located a little bit inside.
Got to be a pretty big speed difference, too, on the fastball and curveball. 2-1, make it 3-1.
And that's just that speed differential you talked about is really just going to keep these Grizzly hitters off the mark, off their timing. However, he's got to be in the zone. Otherwise, you don't want to induce a lot of walks.
And for the buzzer pitchers, it's really about what you can do when you're behind in the count. Jang, first time, as this is a hard ground ball, snagged by Hernandez. He steps on the bag for out #3. 1-2-3 inning for Hung Suk Jang. And the buzzer is coming to bat here in the bottom of the first.
For medical reasons, I couldn't carry any children. It can take over a year to be matched with your perfect.
Ontario came up with 1 hit from Emil Morales, but nothing since. That possibly could change with Tanner Tatch coming up, and he has been the Achilles heel for the Buzzers, hitting .600 this series, couple of jacks. He's been lethal. Jang's first pitch to him. Big wave and a miss. Fades a changeup right there, and it's 0-1.
Second time he started an at-bat with a first pitch changeup, and that's a lot of confidence in that pitch.
Jang kicks and deals. Another one here is out in front of the changeup. O'Neill has a chance at this, and he's got it.
Well done by Connor O'Neill there. I mean, on the pop-up, did a little bit of a pop-up dance behind the dish, and as he turned and he threw that helmet away. That ball's going to tail back towards the field of play, and really a good job just sticking with it. And that's deceptively hard. I mean, we're at sunset right now, at least very close to it, so maybe not the sun as a method of concern, but that fence is really what you got to be aware of. Good play.
First time all season a catcher has recorded an out like that. Now it's Jack O'Dowd. Takes a changeup in. It's ball 1. I thought there was no chance of that ball staying in. And it just kind of backspun, stayed back.
And it fools you.
O'Dowd on the 1-0. Takes strike 1, catches the black.
One note, by the way, 4 pitches this inning, all 4 changeups.
Okay. I mean, with a bunch of lefties in the lineup, it's a no-brainer.
Oh, yeah.
1-1, fastball, grounded over to the right side. Hernandez decides to take it himself. 2 gone.
And right on cue he goes to what looked like maybe a cut fastball there on the inside part of the plate. Gets the ground ball. Jang really looking good so far through almost his first 2 innings of work.
5 up, 5 down. Kyle Fossum making his first start of the series. A rare right-hander. It's almost like, I feel like this is how left-handers feel, you know, in that Grizzlies roster. Usually the left-handers are pretty rare, but now for the Grizzlies, it's the right-hander that you don't see a lot in that lineup as he takes ball 1.
That's how these lineups are, you know, kind of constructed in a way. Ideally, you want a lot of lefties in to face a righty pitcher, that lefty-righty advantage.
1-0. This one crushed into center field. Viderick on the run. He's at the track. He's at the wall, and it is gone. Kyle Fossum, first start, first home run, and he puts the Grizzlies up quickly, 1-0.
And I mean, it was just a matter of time before we saw one of these hard-hit balls do some damage. And for Fossum here, he went Opotaka with that one deepest part of the yard to the landing zone out there in right center field. And a lot of carry here at O&T Field. I mean, that is the one thing we have heard from players visiting and, of course, the Buzzers players, that this is a launching pad of a stadium. And so there you go. Grizzlies up on the board first.
Jeremy Siriaco digs in after the solo shot. Still 2 away. Swing and a miss. He just got a fastball he could handle at that. And it's weird, those out by the landing, the ice cream area, that's where most balls are hit that are the furthest in this park.
Yeah.
Opposite field. Mainly because the wind partially plays out to right. Off speed, missing in, and it's 1-1.
And it's part of the design of this stadium that's really interesting. I mean, it's about 325 down the right field line and the left field line, but then straight to center, it's 401 with a tall wall. And that's because balls carry as they get out to right center.
Jang just misses. 2-1. Siriaco 0 for 5 yesterday. Despite Fresno putting up 9 runs, only 5 hits, though. That shows that pitching staff for Ontario had trouble with the base on ball. 2-1, big swing and a miss. Swung out of his shoes. And it's 2-2.
Bit of a course correct after early changeups this inning. He goes back to the challenge fastball. Really big swing and a miss on a pitch that might have caught a little bit of the zone.
Deuce is wild for Jang. Popped up right side. This will stay in the diamond. Hernandez coming in, makes the catch. So it's a Kyle Fossum right center field home run to put the Grizzlies up 1-0. We go to the bottom of the second. This is Ontario Tower Buzzer Baseball. So the Buzzers come up empty, and Siriaco at third makes a nice play. And it's Luis Mendez stepping in. First pitch he sees, he tries the bunt, went around, and it's strike 1. On the 0-1. Nice off speed. It's 0-2.
Nice little lateral piece of movement there.
Mendez been with the team since 2021, got acquired as the Rockies signed him as a free agent out of the DR in July of 2019. Slow tapper in front of the plate, and it's ruled foul. Mendez has been pretty good though so far, 438 average. Even though he has 18 plate appearances, he's making the most of his minimum at-bats. Here comes the 0-2. Changeup, got him out in front. Martinez, out number 1.
So first down of the inning here, same way that the last inning ended. Jeremy Siriaco also popped out to the right side of the infield. This time to the second baseman, Martinez, who made the grab.
Jesus Friedez. Fastball spoiled. No balls and 1 strike. Friedez looking for his first hit of the 2026 campaign, and he's down 0-2. Third catcher on this roster. Got O'Dowd and Klein. Fouls it off, stays 0-2.
For an extra grunt there on that fastball by Jang on the mound. Really trying to pump that 0-2 fastball by him 3 straight.
Seeing how far he can go upstairs before he offers. Could break off a curveball. On the 0-2. And he does, and it's rolled foul. Sometimes, Sid, I surprise myself.
I looked right at you right as you said that.
It's just pitching sequencing 101.
Exactly. I mean, you want to change your speeds, change the eye level.
0-2. Change up. Hard hit into left center. Running catch for Ko. He tracks it down. Right on right changeup, and Friedez was ready for it, gives it a ride. Not well enough.
Nope, and I mean, the left fielder, Ko, was playing to that left center gap right in front of the Hershiser sign out in left center field. Good catch.
So one new guy helping out another new guy. And we go back to the top of the order with Roldy Brito. Oh for 1. Offers at the first pitch and puts it foul.
And Jang so far, by the way, as now we're turning back to the top of the order, 7 for 10 on his first pitch strikes. And he's thrown 30 pitches. Get this, 23 of them have been strikes. Doing a really good job of peppering the zone.
The 0-1. Devilish changeup, and it's 0-2. I think fell off a table. No brainer. He's going back to this. On the 0-2. He does. Nasty stuff from Jang. He strikes out his first batter, believe it or not, and retires the Grizzlies in order. The 4th inning, and Sid, we were just discussing off air, that's the first time I think Elkins has got thrown out at second this year.
Yeah, Jaron Elkins thrown out at second to end the inning on a caught stealing. And it's surprising because, I mean, he's got the wheels and that aggressive base running, but it doesn't always go your way.
Nope. You can have so much speed, but a good throw from Friedez can be better. Derek Bernard to lead it off. Top of the 4th, 1-0 on the Kyle Fossum home run. And there might be another one. This one's driven out to dead center, and it is way gone. Wow. Derek Bernard greets Jang. The solo shot to make it 2-0. They've pounced on that fastball.
I mean, oh my goodness. You take that one to the deepest part of the yard. Derek Bernard making his bat heard on a pitch he took Oppo Taco to left center field, well over 400 feet, almost into the kids area. Beyond the batter's eye. That's his 3rd home run of the season, and that was a big boy.
2-0. Not many mistakes from Jang, but the Grizzlies have made him pay. Outside for ball 1. It's like you know you're pitching well, but they're just the one mistake you make. They're not missing. The 1-0 splits the plate for a strike. It's a 1-1 count.
And that's what, that's pro ball in a nutshell, is that these guys are so good even at these lower levels. They're just stars waiting to develop into their full blossoming flower.
Wilder DeLees takes a back foot breaker, and it's 2-1. Jang on the 2-1, pops him up. In the infield, Martinez, or in shallow center, I might say, for out number 1.
That's a really good bounce back for Jang on the mound. After giving up the home run, you get some weak contact on the pop out, and you'll take it every time you can.
Now it's Tanner Tatch. Grizzlies 2 hits, 2 home runs. Curveball there for a strike. It's 0-1. Tatch popped out to O'Neill behind the plate. Swing and a miss, and it's 0-2.
A couple of really good pitches. That one he located on the lower inside part of the plate, right at the knees, under the hands.
On the 0-2, just got a piece of it, and it also got a piece of O'Neill. And he's wincing and slow to get back into the catcher's position.
And we'll see where that got him, and oof.
Ankle.
Yeah, maybe even on the arch of your foot. Something that is, as it would have it, perfectly not covered by that shin guard. Trainer out to look at him here as he's pointing. Yep.
Right off the foot.
And you see where that catching guard ends. It's like right about midway through your foot on the side.
Probably clipped it, but not enough.
Yep.
He's good, though. Oh, and 2. Curveball just missing, and Tatch thought that was strike 3. Started walking back towards the dugout.
You know, we usually like to see a guy resign to the fact that that might be strike 3, but Tatch got a little lucky.
You'll see where that misses on our game day. Out in front of the curveball this time. Misses middle. Misses middle in.
I mean, almost right down the middle. Safe to say.
It's like misses down the middle for ball 1.
Safe to say he'll take that.
On the 1-2. Fastball, pretty much same spot, different results. Strike 3 called. Got him with the heater.
And this time, Jang getting the K looking. And I mean, overall for his day so far, just his second strikeout of the game. But considering how this inning had started with that home run by Derek Bernard, this is a really good bounce back to get 2 outs in the inning.
It's all you can do. Jack O'Dowd swings at the first pitch. Shallow fly ball into left. Coe makes the catch to end the inning. So the Grizzlies tack on one more. Derek Bernard jumping on the first pitch. May not be any first pitch fastball here. Just a hunch. Oh, and he does.
There you go.
Maybe it's that reverse psychology where you think you're not going to get a fastball, but they know you're not going to get a first pitch fastball, so then you throw the first pitch fastball.
Man. Baseballception.
The 0-1. Nasty changeup. 0-2.
I mean, he has been so around the zone. Nearly 80% of his pitches have been for strikes in his outing so far.
Jang kicks and deals on the 0-2. One hopper to Vargas. Shuffles, fires, one away.
And this is an outing so far that, of course, you have the blemishes of those 2 home runs and the 2-0 lead the Grizzlies have, but Jang on the mound so far has been very efficient, right? He's just under 50 pitches as we enter the top of the 5th, but more importantly, he has been peppering the zone, and really that's all you can ask for. Just go up there, have good ABs as a pitcher, get your defense some work.
Jeremy Siriaco, 0 for 1, popped out to Jose Hernandez. Takes in the dirt. Siriaco 1 for 9 in this series against the Buzzers. Grounded foul. One ball and 1 strike to Siriaco. Still a young hitter, learning where his game fits. In the Dominican League, it looked like a pure table setter. Spraying line drives, getting on base, and using his speed to pretty much create a lot of offense. Everything clicked 2024 when he emerged as one of the more productive young hitters in his environment. 2025 came. More advanced pitching as he takes low 2-1. The margin for error shrank for him, but the contact was still there. Quality dipped just a little bit. Pitchers were able to challenge him more aggressively, and without much power to punish mistakes, his production naturally regressed, but now his development path is clear. Refine the approach, add strength. See, swings and misses for a 2-2 count. He can get back to controlling at-bats like he did in 2024 while lifting the ball a bit more. He can become one of those guys who has high contact, top of the order type. If not, he can be where he's at the moment, just hitting 100, but he has that ceiling. Hits one hard down the left field line. This one has a chance, and it's foul.
Nearly got that one out of here.
There's that elevation.
Yeah. One thing to note, by the way, we were talking about the wind and how it carries here at ONC Field. That started this game 11 mile per hour cross breeze to right field. So that definitely favors this lefty heavy lineup that the Grizzlies have.
Two count to Siriaco. Pitch from Jang. Fastball rides in and it stays even.
Turned to a good battle so far. 7th pitch of the at-bat coming up. And it started with Jang falling behind 2-1. Worked his way back into the count, but meanwhile Siriaco trying to find a way aboard.
Jang looking for strikeout number 3. Badly missed curveball, and it's 3-2.
He's throwing the kitchen sink at him. I mean, we've seen the changeup, the fastball, and there the curveball.
O'Neal wants the heater. Just missing high, ball 4. Siriaco thought about it, but he lays off for a walk.
First walk of the outing for Hyun-Suk Jung, and for him now, he's going to be out of the stretch, 1 out, double play ball. That's what's on his mind now.
Luis Mendez steps in. Tries to front hip a changeup, and it's tugged inside.
One thing to note, too, we have talked about how Jang has been very much around the zone in this outing, but it's specifically his curveball that has been the outlier. I mean, he's thrown 7 of them, and just over half of them have been for strikes, which is still pretty good overall, but definitely the outlier.
Like a ground ball here through his career. He's only 32% ground ball rate, more of a fly ball profile. 50% of the time, ball's in the air when Jang is pitching. Runner takes off, and Siriaco will have to retreat back to first as it's tapped foul.
So Siriaco getting in some conditioning as he heads back to first base. And in this at-bat so far, we saw the first pitch change up that he kind of yanked, Jang that is, on the mound. Then the slider. So 2 off speed, 1-1 the count. Runner on first.
Long hold, here he comes. Runner goes, O'Neill from the knees. Not there. Throw beat him, but it was a little in front of second base. So Siriaco doesn't blink after a standoff from Jang and Siriaco.
And I mean, the long hold from Jang didn't ice out the runner. Siriaco got a decent jump. The pitch resulted in O'Neill having to throw that from the knees to no avail.
Siriaco puts himself in scoring position. Mendez in a 2-1 count. Badly missed, and it's 2-2.
Back to the changeup, well placed, and when he's got it starting in the middle of the plate and then edging off the plate to these lefties, he's been most effective with that change. That's exactly what he did.
2-2. Called strike 3 at the knees. Number 3 on the day.
Third strikeout, second looking. That's his second strikeout of the last 5 batters that Jang has faced. Beautifully placed on a fastball in the inside corner. And paint.
Jesus Fortes. Sean Coyne trots out. Jang at 60 pitches through 4 2/3.
Bullpen starting to get active as well. Yeah, you mentioned
Robbie Porco.
Mormon up in the bullpen. But overall, it has been a good start for Jang, but he's got 1 big out to go with that runner on second. And Ontario down by 2 here in the middle innings.
Fortes 0 for 1. First pitch, fouled out of play. Runner on second, 0-1 count. Lifted in the air to right. Coming over is Jaron Elkins. He makes the catch. A fist pump from Hyun-Suk Jang. Only 2 scores off of his arm, and it's a 2-0 game. We're halfway home. This is Ontario Tower Buzzer Baseball.
We'd like to welcome the following groups at ONT Field. Bank of America,